Get it, get it.
What up, TV lovers?
Yay.
It is Lauren Mayhew here.
Good morning, and I am Jareb Dauplaise, and we are here for Last Night On. And before we get started, Last Night on TV.
Yes.
Last Night On, it was my birthday yesterday.
Woo!
Yes.
Birthday boy in the house.
Yes, so it was very difficult to find time to put 2 hours into the Empire season finale.
But it was pretty crazy.
The 1 hour into
epic.
Arrow as well. I was like, oh man, I got at least 3 hours of television to watch tonight. Plus we had St. Patty's Day, which rolled into my birthday, and then a live show.
Like on a bender, like
9:30 in the morning. Oh my goodness.
I feel like all of Jareb's comments today are gonna just be like a drunk haze. He's gonna have a totally different perspective on the shows that he's watched last night.
Just one long slurp, just like, oh, I was watching the
freaking great. That was so great.
But you want to know, last night, Criminal Minds was not a new episode, but my girl sent me the best birthday present. Fox, please show them real quick. I mean, seriously.
Little Jennifer.
Oh, yes! My girlfriend posted that on my Facebook page. She said,
so nice
happy birthday. Here you go, Jareb. So little Jennifer Love Hewitt.
It's really crazy how she just goes and does these photo shoots just for you. I mean, it's really so nice.
Yeah, and you think you're like, Criminal Minds wasn't a new episode, but a new photo of Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm posting it.
Love it, love it, love it.
So should we go alphabetical order and just start with Arrow?
Let's do it. Let's start off with Arrow. Let's do it.
So last night we saw a new episode of Arrow. It's the CW show, you know, and it was an hour long, and actually it was pretty neat. You know, it's about this hero, I guess, who of course is a billionaire's son.
Why are they all billionaires? They're all so rich.
It's like superheroes couldn't start out poor.
That's true, because you got to have all the equipment and stuff. There's like a lot of things that you need
and
to start to be a hero.
And I feel like that's how the villains start. The villains start poor, because if you're poor, you're probably pretty pissed about things. You're not going to be the good guy.
Life sucks.
and this is another one of those shows where the superhero, whenever he has the mask on, he's got to deliver a line like this.
Yeah, it's true.
The second he's the good guy, he shows up and speaks with a voice. Why do they do the voice?
I don't know.
You're
so
already
weird.
like 6'4".
Yeah.
You're chiseled.
We get it. You're a manly man. You are a manly man.
You have
understand.
a compound bow. I'm already afraid of a grown man dressed up wearing a mask running around with artillery. The last thing I need is for you to also speak to me like this.
Which sounds like a gremlin is just like taking control of your voice and like you're speaking the devil right through you.
Kind of hard to take you seriously. Like I would look at you and like if I was a bad guy, I'd be like, whoa, this guy means business.
Yeah.
But the second he just goes, hey, put down the gun, maybe I'd be like,
good one, good one.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So last night on the episode, he's going against Ra's al Ghul, who's like the head leader of this giant assassins group. Who's just like infinite funds, infinite people, just like the scariest man in the world. Well, they go after Arrow. Arrow dodges the sword. He lives, he does fine. Well, now there's a prophecy saying whoever can escape Ra's al Ghul will become the next leader of this huge bad group.
Yeah.
And they're like, so we want you to be the boss. And Arrow's like, well, I'll tell you what, I'm trying to make a difference. And I want to be a really big leader out there. But I feel like this opportunity isn't the right way to go because you're killing everybody. And he's like, well, listen, the bad guy goes, look, you'll be the boss of the League of Assassins. So if you don't want to kill anyone anymore, you don't have to kill anybody. We can be good. We'll be peaceful. We'll do whatever you want.
Deal. I mean, for a superhero, that seems kind of like the holy grail, right? Like, not only have you beaten your enemy, but now you get to be the head of it and then, like, run the day schedule.
Right. So if you don't want it to be violent anymore, it doesn't have to be. So here's your chance to make the difference that you're saying you want to make. He says no.
Oh,
would you have said no to that?
No, I mean, like I said, that's the freaking holy grail. If I could like plan what the killers are gonna do for a day, like today we're gonna go save puppies.
Right.
Tomorrow we're gonna help old ladies. Like,
wait! I thought we were gonna kill tomorrow. No. We're not killing anymore. Tomorrow's the car wash that we're doing for the Girl Scouts.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
And then we're gonna eat cookies. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Thin Mints, love them.
And the bad guy, Ra's al Ghul, came with his own hot tub that was like the circle of life, like kind of like when he gets cut, he puts his hand in it and it heals immediately.
How could you not want that thing?
Right. The Fountain of Youth is like, no, I'd rather just have a group of 3 or 4 guys and try to save the world by myself by answering the Craigslist ads. Like, it's just kind of a funny thing for me. So that was an hour.
My God.
That was an entire hour of time on Arrow, and then after that was the 2 hour.
2 hour. It was pretty long.
Season finale of Empire.
There was build-ups, there was arcs. It went back down again. There was build-ups, there was arcs. It just kept going.
is 2 hours too long for a television show. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit.
I know we talked about this before when we were waiting. Like, I have to say, like, if it's like one of my absolute favorite shows, then no, it's not. And actually, I am kind of getting into Empire, so I enjoyed most of it up till the very end. But I was watching it super late last night because I DVR'd it, so I was like getting a little bit sleepy.
If you did not DVR Empire, that means you for real spent 2 hours in front of the TV. At least if you DVR'd it, maybe you got out an hour and a half.
Yeah, totally.
First episode directed by Mario Van Peebles, big fan, and Debbie Allen did the second, which was kind of neat to see
the two different
season finale be directed by two different sets of eyes. Yeah, so it was almost like 2 different episodes.
I kind of feel like you did feel like it was a little bit disjointed because, like I said, like the way that the story arcs worked, you felt it finish, and you're like, but it's still going. Oh, okay. You know, it's like, so that was a little bit, I feel like, disjointed. One thing that I want to bring up, and we have a picture of the family, but this family is so effed up, okay? Fox, can you bring up the picture of the Empire family for us?
Oh my gosh, this absolute nightmare.
So these guys, I mean, you wouldn't think that, you know, just 5 people could cause this much drama, but I kid you not, there is so much backstabbing that the backstabbers are backstabbing the backstabbers. Let me just run through some of the things that these guys have done. So the dad impregnated one of his son's girlfriends, okay, but then convinced the son that the child was the son's child, then told the son that he needed to marry her. The guy got married to her and then finds out only because the girl's new guy comes in, threatens to kill everyone, is like gunpoint, like to the wife.
Wait, I feel like you're talking about an episode of Maury.
Yeah. Exactly. It could be confused with an episode of Maury. If like Maury was there, I'd be like, makes sense. And literally only because they're at gunpoint does Terrence Howard's character finally admit, I impregnated her, it was me, and the whole family's like, what? You know, I mean, are you serious?
Absolute craziness. All the other kids are just berated by their father all the time. But I gotta be honest, I think all rich families are like this. I think that people who have these giant dynasties who are just waiting for their dad to kind of kick rocks so like the sons can have what their father worked for their whole lives. I feel like all the families filled with drama like this. You know, the dad's cheating, the mom's cheating, the kids don't know who to look up to.
Oh my gosh. And then the dad even, the other son is dating a girl. He basically, you know, extorts the woman that the guy's dating and basically says, listen, I'm gonna pay you off. The girl doesn't take it, but he kicks her out anyway. And then he tells the son that she took it, and so now he hates them both. It's like, oh my gosh, like it's like, it's gotta get tired to feel like, where do your allegiances lie? I almost feel like it's an episode of Survivor where your allegiances are like constantly changing because it's like, oh, who do I trust? Like this week, you know? It's crazy. It's like
the storylines go so dark, just so quick. I almost feel it's almost like a soap opera, or
for
like,
sure, 100%,
like some kind of like telenovela where you're just like, there's no way the dad's gonna do.
Oh, but he did.
He did.
Oh, he did.
He did that, and he did it again.
Like Jareb,
and it actually got worse.
We need to create like a flow chart of like who's effing who and like who's screwing. Like it's like it needs to just kind of, you know, it would just be a web.
And as far as sex went, we had Tisha Campbell, who was amazing on the show, amazing in Martin, amazing in every film. I'm a huge fan of hers.
Yeah.
Last night she got to have a giant sex scene with Derek Luke.
Yeah.
Now, Tisha Campbell, you're pretty, you got everything going for you, but she must have been over the moon at the table read to be like, okay, now tomorrow you're gonna have a sex scene with Derek Luke. I mean,
he's a studly dude.
What are you thinking as an actress when you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I have a makeout scene, I have a sex scene. Oh wait, it's with Brad Pitt. Like, are you just over the moon?
I don't know. I mean, I have to say, like personally, there's really nothing hot about having to like have an intimate scene in front of a crew of like 50 people all staring at you, because you're thinking about like, you know, oh, what's my next line? You're thinking about the moment. You're thinking about what the camera angle is. You're thinking about like, am I looking good? Like, am I making this look hot? Like, there's so many other thoughts going through your head. The last thing is like to actually enjoy what you're doing.
I just feel like so many scenes in the opening. Tisha was so great. I'm sure she was in character. I'm sure she was, but she couldn't keep her hands off him. Just every time she just had a hand on his shoulder, hand on the face. She was just like, man, I know this is just acting, but
it's awesome.
Derek Luke, and he's a hot stud. Just over the moon about it.
So speaking of her, this girl has some serious fur coats, and if they're real, PETA must be having a heyday. We have a picture of her in one of her like fancy fur coats. This is just one
scene.
I think honestly, in a single episode, she probably has at least like 7 different furs on.
At least.
They gotta be fake furs, because otherwise PETA would be having a legit heyday. This girl wears more fur and more animal skins than anyone I've ever seen.
Oh, this show's perfect for accessories. What did we see last night? We saw the chains and
my
the dad
goodness,
handing out the gifts.
That's great. race.
The son's wearing these giant necklaces with huge wings on
How
them,
do
a
you even?
baton.
I mean, that's the sort of thing that, people talk about, like girls getting breast reductions because their back hurts because their boobs are too big. What about chain reductions? Because this shit is heavy. I mean, hanging that thing up in front of.
You cannot move with that necklace on.
You need a back brace for that stuff. If you're gonna wear some ice like that. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah,
Ice.
Yeah. Ice out. Snoop
was
on.
Snoop was on. Patti LaBelle, special guest star.
Yeah, amazing artist, amazing show. Again, 2-hour season finale, and still it was just like you said, all backstabbing, crazy, amazing scenes.
But I have to say that it was good that there was so much going on with Empire, because so many of the other episodes and the other shows that were on were reruns or whatever. There wasn't a new episode of Blackish, and last week was the Bloopish episode. So I'm like, dude, are the writers just taking a break? They're just like, peace, we're gonna run bloopers and recap some stuff from here on out. I was actually liking the show too.
Something's weird over there with Blackish. So I think there's something in the water. I think we'll find out soon. I mean, if you guys know something out there, please let us know.
Tweet in. I'm at LC Mayhew. Jareb is at JarebX. We love hearing you guys' comments. So if you want to tweet into us and tell us what you're thinking about all these shows, we would love to hear. We'll even read some of your comments live because we're cool like that.
Absolutely. And guys, thank you again for tuning in live early in the morning. It means a lot that you guys can get up this early with us and discuss Last Night On. Tune in tomorrow for another amazing episode. 5 days a week. Last Night On. We're bringing it all the time for you guys.
High five, Jareb.
Love you all out there in TV land.
High five to you guys.